Zoom into Wine, we get together with some great folks and we try to bring in some experts to help us along the way. We've got the importer, Farm Imports, and our representative is Kendal York. She's incredibly helpful to me, introducing me to some beautiful wines. So we're back with Kendall and Kendall, another wine from Louis Dresner. You brought this to me. I mean, first of all, when you're looking for Nobile di Montepulciano, there's maybe an expectation on price point that I saw the price of this one and I was like, wow, that must be freaking spectacular. And I was almost like counting it out before I even tasted it, to be honest. I was like, wow, that's expensive. Then I tasted it and I was like, th this thing, it blows the doors off the category. And when you guys see the price point, there's Nobile de Montepulciano, and then there's this wine, and then you look at the price, and for what you're getting here, this is a steal. This is really something special. Kendall, I don't mean to take your show away here, but there's the map. Have you been there?
No,
No.
no, never been.
I take groups to Florence. We go to Chianti. We've had into Montalcino, the Montalcino area. We've been to the coast. Uh, it's a wine mecca, right in this zone. Montepulciano is kind of like the farmy little neighborhood. And so I want to break from the slideshow and just show you a picture of her we found, right? Is that okay, Kendall?
Yeah.
Let me throw that up
And
there.
honestly, well, one of the reasons I feel like when we go to Europe to visit our winemakers, a lot of times we're more off the beaten path. And places like Tuscany and Montepulciano, there's only producers that we would work with are very few and far between because we are more focused on really honest farming, really honest winemaking, really small producers. And, in places like Tuscany, those it's more there's more representation with the larger wineries, and I think that's also goes to show why this wine is priced the way that it is, but then also your reaction to it is very, I think, universal because there's just not a lot of wines being made like this in this area. You're actually tasting you're tasting real fruit.
3.5 hectares. She farms it herself. She's
Hmm.
in her 70s,
Yeah.
and uh, this is like an old sharecropping spot, and it's called one and two because it would plots one and two in like a 6 or 8 plot estate going back probably a couple hundred years to the sharecropping era. And this woman does it herself, and that's what we're tasting in this glass here. Let's go deeper on the wine. Um, here,
Yeah, and she's not using any chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, anything in the vineyards, which also means, that's extra work for her. There's a lot of same with like Elisabetta Foradori, a lot of polyculture, so she's planting and growing other things that help support her vines without having to use chemicals. It's a
yeah.
lot of work.
So the variety is known as Prugnolo Gentile.
Mhm.
And there's also other grape varieties that can be blended into this variety, like Canaiolo, Nero, and Mammolo. Um, and that's one of the differences between Vino Nobile di Montepulciano and, say, like a Brunello di Montalcino, which is 100% Sangiovese. But they
Yeah.
call the Sangiovese Pronotto Gentile. Gentile? Is it Gentile?
Gentile.
Yeah. And so I go to put this wine up to my nose, and I'm noticing there's plus concentration, which
Mm,
you'd expect when a 7-year-old woman is farming it by hand herself. So you got this incredible concentration, beautiful detail, lavishly structured. You'd smell it, you taste it. 2 years in oak barrels give it even more complexity, density,
yeah.
fleshiness, the
And
acidity.
the oak barrels, they range in size in terms of hectoliters. So you're getting a very specific amount of not just oak, but also like this oxygenation that helps to create just this more kind of like complex and realized wine, which is like so necessary for something so concentrated and so rich.
Beautiful. This is truly a farm to table type of experience. You'll find it in some great restaurants around LA. There isn't a lot, though, outside of that. And as a wine shop, we're one of the few places that have it. So, very, very happy about that. But I'm sure, as you spread it around and show it to people, more and more people will be falling in love with this wine like I am. We are in the $50 range, but I think the wine, I mean, just think about what you go to a winery in California and their entry level Pinot is $50, you know? And this wine is so much more than that, so much more interesting. It will last. This wine will last for decades.
Hmm.
And I think it's one that you need to buy a bottle, tell the story of the 7-year-old proprietor who does all the work by hand. We can't take that for granted. Don't even know if she's got, the next generation coming on, or if they're working for Google somewhere. They're not coming back to the 3.5 hectare ranch.
Yeah.
This is like,
Yeah. And this was one of the wines, we were talking earlier. I was like, I need to read up on this a little bit because I've never had to hand sell these wines. People just wait around until they're available, and I have the note in my little notebook and I go, they're here, and they just go before I even ever get to take them out really. And we were lucky enough to try them however long ago it was, a few months ago.
yeah.
Um, and we both went, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Awesome, Kendall. I love tasting with you, so come see me some more.
Yes. Well, we'll taste some champagne tomorrow and then we'll do this again
Oh,
for
oh,
champagne week.
you got it. All right. Take care, Kendall. Thanks so much for your
Thank,
time.
thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.